What's going on, guys? R.I.Pierre here, using that max power turn on YouTube as usual, and we are back with week 3 of the GPC Season 4, and this week we are taking on Jesse, and a GPC veteran, and his 5 island fossils. So this is team right over here. Let me scroll. Okay, so, well, alright, I guess that's as good as it's gonna get as far as middle goes. So, I think this has changed since. I am not entirely sure. Yeah, this has definitely changed since. But, yeah, I don't remember. I really don't remember everything about his team, but right now he's got, I remember he had Florges, Mandibuzz, Jellicent, R.I.Pierre, Magmortar, Raikou, and Arbok. I don't remember Pinsir and Greninja XY. I forgot what he had before. But, this was a match that I was kind of looking forward to. One, because it's Jesse. We always have good matches, whether or not I win or whether or not he wins. And the fact that, I felt pretty good about playing against his team. I didn't feel like I was overwhelmed or outmatched or anything. And the fact that I have Haxorus, which it would be really good against this team. So I didn't feel too. I was fairly comfortable, but at the same time I wasn't so comfortable to the fact where I was going to underestimate Jesse, who of course is really good. He has had a rough season so far, but at any moment he could go off. So just have to make sure that I'm very careful. He didn't have Raikou before either, so I guess the replay will show us what he bought. But I apologize for that. I didn't even get to record until today because my dad has been home forever, and it's just I can't do anything when he's here because I'm either getting cuffed. I'm either getting watched, or I'm either being watched, or I'm being called away to do something, and I can't speak very loudly, or else he's gonna know and he's gonna ask questions and whatnot. So it's just easier to do it when he's not here. So I apologize for the late upload again. It shouldn't happen this week, but you know, our battle was on Saturday, so it was unavoidable. But yeah, so I actually have to pause because I completely forgot to put up the team builder. So I will be back in just a moment. Alrighty then, back on Showdown. So do the team builder, and there we go. So leading off, we have Mega Gardevoir by Sophia, with of course Gardevoir right, Pixelate as the ability. I always forget to change this, so I had Synchronize instead, but I guess that wasn't too bad in the situation. So I have Hyper Voice, Psyshock, Substitute, and Thunder Wave. Thunder Wave as my substitute was to dodge Toxic, specifically from Mandibuzz, and I felt like that would work really well. And then there's Thunder Wave, of course, to slow down his Mega Gallade is what he had. There we go. That was his old Mega. It was to slow down Mega Gallade. If I could Mega Evolve before it, I would be perfectly fine with that. And I could just kill it off with Hyper Voice. I don't think. Yeah, actually no. I think I would have died from a Poison Jab. But if I could catch pretty much anything, like there's a chance he could have had Scarf Magmortar, or what else did he have? Damn it. What else? Raikou didn't exist. Okay, honestly, Magmortar is the only really. Oh, whoops. Well, I opened the replay. Oh well, I guess that would have been That's nice to know that I did from the glimpse that I saw there. I did see the mons that I missed from his team. But yeah, so Hyper Voice, Psyshock, Substitute, Thunder Wave. I could have put something else there, but Thunder Wave just seemed to be useful for me. And of course, my standard Sizzler. It hasn't let me down recently. I just felt like it would help me out quite a bit. Buzzster, the Electabuzz with Eviolite, Volt Switch, Hidden Power, Water, specifically for his R.I.Pierre. I could have bought Hidden Power Grass, but the fact that he had Jellicent as the only real water absorber really didn't scare me out of having Hidden Power Water over Grass. So I mean, it probably would have made sense too, but at the same time, he does also have Magmortar, and Hidden Power Water is just nice, I guess. And then I have Toxic in the last slot. That was specifically for what was it? I really don't remember, honestly. It was either to Force Flare just to have to use Aromatherapy, or to, I believe it was actually from Magmortar. I'm not sure, because Hidden Power Water is not going to do much from Electabuzz, although I did give it a lot of special investment. I gave it 228 into special attack, 216 into speed for 300. I had no idea what I was doing with the speed creeps or speed EVs, but I just decided might as well keep it at least at a good level while also being faster than pretty much everything on his team. And then 56 into HP just to make it a little bit tankier, and the fact that I have an Eviolite is really nice. Next up we have Old School Alarm, Bronzong, with Leftovers, Levitates, Stealth Rock, Heavy Slam, Earthquake, and Light Screen. I put more into special defense because of the fact that he does have, of course, the Florges, and I was holding out hope that maybe I could live a hit from a Mag Mortar, but I'm pretty sure I would have just gone down. Although there's always a chance, I guess. And I put 52 into defense just to give me that little extra on the physically defensive side. When I look at this team, really, I mean, yeah, Jellicent, Florges, I said Mag Mortar. Plus, it's an absolute, for the most part, an absolute counter to his R.I.Pierre. Although I wouldn't be doing a ton of damage in return because I have Earthquake, which isn't going to do a ton to R.I.Pierre in the first place, and Heavy Slam, and I'm not much heavier than R.I.Pierre, so I just need to keep that in mind. And I have Light Screen because, well, that helps out with special defense. Although I really think I should have put Reflect instead. Now I really think about it, but it's fine. It would have been nice because of the fact that he also does have the Glade, but it's whatever. Next up we have Cruel Camper, Tentacruel, Black Sludge, wow, cannot speak. Clear Body, because there really isn't anything on his team that has Giga Drain or Leech Seed or anything like that, so no real reason to run Liquid Ooze. Acid Spray, knockoff Rapid Spin Scald. Acid Spray is because it eats away at Florges' special defense while also being super effective, and Stab, so eventually it's just going to go down to whatever. So that's yeah, that's that. Knockoff is very useful. Scald, of course, for burns, and Rapid Spin to get hazards off my side of the field if he decides to go that route with R.I.Pierre, although I don't think he has anything else that sets him up, so if R.I.Pierre doesn't come, we're good. And this also it keeps R.I.Pierre away, sorta, kinda. And last but not least, my prized possession, Dual Disc, the Haxorus, Life Orb, Mold Breaker, Rock Slide, Aqua Tail, Earthquake, and Poison Jab. I went with full coverage just because Rock Slide plus Life Orb is gonna hurt Mandibuzz. It's gonna be noticeable damage. It's not gonna like 2-hit KO or anything, but it's gonna be noticeable damage. Aqua Tail is an OHKO on R.I.Pierre, OHKO or 2-hit KO. It does have Solid Rock, of course, so gotta be careful of that. Earthquake was for Mag Mortar, although Aqua Tail also hits Mag Mortar super effectively, but Earthquake hits harder and is what's the word I'm looking for? And is 100% accurate. And then Poison Jab for his Florges, which would take out pretty much any set. So keeping that all in mind, I think that's probably do on time. 7 minutes, that's not bad at all. Alright, so I will see you guys in just a couple minutes. I need to switch dimensions as usual. Make sure you check out, well, you're gonna hear it again in like less than 30 seconds, but make sure you check out Jesse's channel, and his Twitter will be in the description below. He's currently working on a fan game called Pokemon Shifting Tides, so you guys should definitely go check out that Twitter as well. I will link that for you below, and I will see you guys when we get there. Hello, we are back. So what was I saying? For those of you who just took the timestamp in the description and skipped right here, make sure you check out Jesse. The links to his Twitter and his channel will be in the description below. Of course, he's also in GPC. I mean, I'm battling him, but little disclaimer. I mean, some of you might not know. I can't judge you. So you've also got, what was I saying? Damn it! Give me like a sec. Okay, so he's also working on a fan game called Pokemon Shifting Tides, so follow that Twitter as well. There are good things happening. You'll see some good stuff, and he's making some really nice progress, so it would be really nice if you guys would go check that out, those of you who haven't already. So, getting into this, looking at his team, he bought pretty much everything I expected him to, except for the fact that R.I.Pierre is absent and Arbok is here. So, although looking back, Arbok is very useful because it does have Sucker Punch for yeah, Sucker Punch, and it has Earthquake, which is and Gunk Shot, which are all pretty useful for dealing with this team. So that's something to keep my eye on as we get into the battle. Make sure I put this on normal speed first. And yeah, you guys have pretty much heard all my reasoning, so without further ado, let us get into this. So I'm going to lead Haxorus. I saw that most of his team, if not all of it, actually gets beat up by it. So I felt like he was switching to Mandibuzz here. So instead of going for the obvious Earthquake, went for the Rock Slide. And it's going to do 39% to Mandibuzz, 10% to me. Like I said, it's not damage that it can just shrug off, but at the same time, it's not immense. I don't know why I went to Sizzler here. I got foul played really hard, but I really should have just gone to Electabuzz. That was a stupid play on my part, but I'm going to go ahead and go to Electabuzz here. Ah, damn, my dog's barking now. So I took 31% from his foul play, and now he's going to go ahead and switch out into Galea. I'm going to go ahead and hit this Volt Switch real quick, and get the crit. nice and 53% on his Gallade, kind of forcing him to play my game for just a little bit. So I knew he would switch out just to save it, to save me from taking it out with Bullet Punch. So I'm going to go ahead and U-turn out on his Snake here, the Arbok, and he's going to go ahead, he's going to have the leftovers, he's going to go for the substitute. Yes, he does. I'm going to go ahead and get my rocks up because I felt like it would be really useful. Mandibuzz being weak to them hurts him, and the fact that I can get rid of his sub with Earthquake, though the fact that he's coiling is very, very frightening to me. So he goes for the coil again. I'm going to go ahead and go, he goes for the substitute this time, excuse me. And I'm going to go ahead and go for Earthquake, and I believe this turn he Sucker Punches me? Yeah, he has to. So he's going to Sucker Punch me. It's going to do 57%, and I'm going to go ahead and go for Earthquake here. It does 41 through the +1 defense, so that was very pleasing to me. I went for a Light Screen here because I felt like he'd go for another Sucker Punch, and I decided, okay, there's a 50-50 chance he's going to click it here. 57% is what it did before, and it does it again. Although I was less than 57. So he's going to take me out here. If I had been Reflect, I would have been perfectly fine in this situation. I'm going to go ahead and go into Tentacle, just take him out with the Scald. Sucker Punch is going to hurt, of course, but still. I am faster than it, so I'm not really risking getting hit from an Earthquake. Nevertheless, it is going to hurt. Next up, he's going to bring back his Gallade, so I'm going to go ahead and stay in here. I am definitely faster than him before Mega Evolving, so if I get the burn, that'd be nice, but I didn't, and I'm going to go down to the Psycho Cut very, very easily. So, staring down the Mega Gallade, I'm going to go ahead and go into my guy here. He's going to go for Shadow Sneak for the extra damage, and Sizzler is going to take him out with the Bullet Punch, which is nice, and I believe he was going to Jellicent or Magmortar, yeah. So he brings out Magmortar. I was a little frightened, a little spooked. I'm gonna go ahead and go into Haxorus, and I'm gonna eat this Earthquake. Gonna actually not do too much to me. I actually clicked Earthquake this time because I felt like he wouldn't do that again, considering Mandibuzz does get 2-hit KO'd by it, and I felt like he would go into Jellicent or Florges, but he makes the ballsy play and it works out in his favor. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into Sophia here, which normally would be a great move, but he went for Tailwind, so now he's got the priority on his side. But I'm like, alright, you know what, there's not really, I can do some damage to the rest of his team. I know I'm going to get Toxic Tier, and then he's going to want to whittle me down. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this turn, I paralyze him, I'm going to go ahead and go for the substitute. I knew he wouldn't switch because if he goes into Magmortar while I'm behind a substitute. Actually, wait, no, never mind. I'm not, this is the turn. Okay, sorry, I was ahead of myself. This turn, I knew he wouldn't go into Magmortar because I'm behind the substitute, and Hyper Voice plus a Side Shock will take it out. Although you could try to play mind games with his Mandibuzz, of course, but each time he switches into Magmortar, Mandibuzz is going to be taking a sizable amount of damage from the rocks, and I honestly don't really need the, what was I gonna say, man? I cannot think about it. It's whatever. I don't remember what I was gonna say there, but the point being, Mandibuzz and Magmortar both taking damage from rocks is not okay, so I just figured might as well click Hyper Voice as just a safer option, all in all. So I'm going to take out this Mandibuzz, which is really nice. Rocks are going to stay on the field because he doesn't get a chance to defog. I believe that's what he wanted to do last turn when I subbed, and he ended up getting paralyzed. So luck is on my side for once. So I'm getting poisoned, but that substitute plus that move actually allowed me to wait out the Tailwind, which is one of the real big reasons for me doing that. So I used Hyper Voice at 41%, and I honestly have never seen this matchup, so I was like, I don't know. Well, I guess that's how much it does. So he's gonna go ahead and take me out with a Skull, but he revealed afterwards this was an Assault Vest Jellicent. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So I'm gonna go ahead and Volt Switch out of this Jellicent because it would be useful for me to have my Electabuzz around. Haxorus can clean up the rest of this game now, and that's really nice. So he bought in Florges here. I'm pretty sure he knew I was gonna have Poison Jab. He wants me to be in range of a Fire Blast, which would be useful if my well, one, there's a chance that my Haxorus isn't invested much, and his might be invested a lot. His Florges might be invested a lot into speed. That's a possibility, but I feel like the real reasoning is because after a Life Orb, I'm in range of a Fire Blast from him, I believe. I'm gonna calc it after the game. I'll probably bring you guys with me over there, but he wanted me in range of Fire Blast, of course, like I said, and after a life orb hit, I apparently am, or apparently was, but he's going to go ahead and hit this Fire Blast and leave me at 3%, and I'm going to take him out with this Earthquake. I believe that I might have actually been able to live a Fire Blast on Electabuzz and fire off a Thunderbolt, and then possibly just finish him with a Bullet Punch from Sizzler. I feel like I was strong enough to do that, but at the same time, you'll never know. So, good game on Jesse's part. Played it fairly well, but I think I just played it a little bit better. And yeah, his team building was pretty good. I feel like I don't know. I want to know what that last one was Arbok was, if it was Earthquake or Gunk Shot. But nevertheless, well, Coil accuracy. Okay, it was probably Gunk Shot. It's like a 90%. I'm 90% sure it was Gunk Shot. But make sure you check him out again. This was a good match. I really wish I could have kept Haxorus for that last little bit of that last whatchamacallit, that extra differential, extra point in differential, and yeah. So hope you guys have enjoyed this week. I'm gonna start doing more videos. I apologize for my little absence. Just a lot have been going on, and I also been kind of lazy as a result. Plus that, so yeah, this is where we part ways for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed. Until we meet again, R.I.Peace out. I'll see you next time. I promise the rest of my videos will be on time. Later.